Sawadee Cop. Alright, as I promised the other day, there's a huge glare from that window. Holy shit, it's even worse. Let me fix that so you don't have to stare into that the whole time. There we go. As I promised the other day, I get back to the book, 4-hour work week. Got to keep teaching people, got to keep trying to help people reach their goals. You know, I'm committed to it. So I was down for a week plus because I lost my buddy. I did a video on that. But I, he was an entrepreneur. He gets it. He learned a lot from working, in my company with all those investors. And I will keep feeding you good information. So we ended off about Tim doing the talking about the different criteria on your, he calls it a muse, on your side hustle, right? The business you're going to start online that's going to provide you extra money, eventually equal to or greater than what you're making now in your day job, without the time constraints. You're not going to have to go and sit in a cubicle for 40 hours a week to get that money, which is huge. So we ended first things first, cash flow and time. These two currencies, all other things are possible. Without them, nothing's possible. I disclosed that I had come up with a product which is going to be those charging cables for phones, kind of the next big thing in tech. Already there's people out there selling them, I'm sure, on Amazon or whatever. I haven't done my market research. I haven't got my website up. I'll try to do that this week before the weekend, get that product up and running. Because like I said, why not? I mean, right. Number one, I promise to follow the book and show you it works. For those of you who are reading the book or watching the YouTube videos, I'll actually do it. Some of you will, some of you won't. I'll do it and I'll let you know. Then you'll be able to see the product. I'll tell you where it's at on Amazon or Lazada or whatever, and proof of concept. And I'll disclose my earnings. I'll tell you on my video updates how much I made in sales that month. Once it's up and running. We'll see if it works, right? Put it to the test. Why to begin with the end in mind? A cautionary tale. Sarah is excited. It's been 2 weeks since her line of humorous t-shirts for golfers went online. So that's a niche. A lot of people sell t-shirts. She's doing humor t-shirts for golfers. So she narrowed it down to only golfers as her audience. And the reason you want to do that, it makes pay-per-click advertising much cheaper. The narrower you can focus on your customer, the better you can define your customer, the cheaper your advertising, your marketing is going to be, because you're not going to do shotgun marketing and reach out and send me an ad for a humorous golfer t-shirt, because I don't golf and I don't wear t-shirts anymore. So you don't want to waste your marketing on me, but onto a golfer who wears t-shirts. I would do polo shirts. Actually, more golfers wear polo shirts, but whatever. The point is, she's narrowed it down to a very specific niche, which is smart. She's averaging 5 t-shirt sales per day at $15 each. Golfers, you generally have money. They'll spend $15 on a fucking t-shirt. Her cost per unit is $5, so she's grossing $50 profit, minus 3% in credit card fees per 24 hours. As she passes shipping and handling on to customers. She should soon recoup the cost of her initial order of 300 shirts, including plate charges, setup, etc., but wants to earn more. It's a nice reversal of fortune considering the fate of her first product. She has spent $12,000 to develop, patent, and manufacture a high-tech stroller for new moms. She has never been a new mom, only to find out that no one was interested. Yeah, as a market research, guys, you got to make sure there's a market for it before you spend the money and get the product. The t-shirts, in contrast, were actually selling, but sales were beginning to slow. It appears she had reached her online sales ceiling, as well-funded and uneducated competitors are now spending too much for advertising and driving up costs. Then it strikes her. Retail. Sarah approaches the manager of her local golf shop, Bill, who immediately expresses interest in carrying the shirts. She's thrilled. Bill asks for the customary 40% minimum discount for wholesale pricing. So he wants to buy 60 cents on a dollar from her. The customary 40% discount. This means her sell price is now $9 instead of $15. Her profits dropped from $10 per shirt to $4. Sarah decides to give it a shot and does the same with 3 other stores in the surrounding towns. The shirts begin to move off the shelves, but she soon realizes that her small profit is being eaten by extra hours she spends handling invoices and additional administration. Right? You got to track orders, you got to deliver. It's more hassle. She decides to approach a distributor to alleviate this labor. A company that acts as a shipping warehouse and sells products from various manufacturers to golf stores nationwide. The distributor is interested and asks for its usual pricing, 70% off of retail, or $4.50, which would leave Sarah 50 cents in the hole on each unit. She declines. You don't want to lose money on each shirt. To make matters worse, the 4 local stores have already started discounting her shirts to compete among one another and are killing their own profit margins. 2 weeks later, reorders disappear. Sarah abandons retail, returns to her website, demoralized. Sales online have dropped to almost nothing with the new competition. She has not recouped her initial investment, and she still has 50 shirts in her garage. Not good. It all could have been prevented with proper testing and planning. So that's what not to do. Ed Mr. Creatine Bird is no Sarah. He does not invest and hope for the best. His San Francisco-based company, MRI, or MR1, I think it's MRI, has the top-selling sports supplement in the U.S. From 2002 to 2005, NO2 is still a top seller despite dozens of imitators. He did it through smart testing, smart positioning, and brilliant distribution. Prior to manufacturing, MR1, since it's NR2, I think it is MR1, first offered a low-priced book related to the product through 1/4-page advertisements in men's health magazines. Once the need had been confirmed with a mountain of book orders, NO2 was priced at an outrageous $79.95, positioned as the premium product on the market and sold exclusively through GNC, General Nutrition Centers, is a big chain in America, stores nationwide. No one else was permitted to sell it. How can it make sense to turn away business? There are a few good reasons. First, the more competing resellers there are, the faster your product goes extinct. That was one of Sarah's mistakes. It works like this. Reseller A sells the product for your recommended advertised price of $50. Then reseller B sells it for $45 to compete with A. Then C sells it for $40 to compete with A and B. In no time at all, no one is making profit from selling your product, and the reorders disappear. Customers are now accustomed to the lower pricing, and the process is irreversible. The product is dead, and you need to create a new product. This is precisely the reason why so many companies need to create new product after new product, month after month. It's a headache. I had one single supplement, Brain Quicken, also sold as Body Quick, for 6 years, and maintained a consistent profit margin by limiting wholesale distribution, particularly online, to the top 1 or 2 largest resellers who could move serious quantities of product and who agreed to maintain a minimum advertised price. Otherwise, rogue discounters on eBay and mom and pop independents will drive you broke. Yeah, I'm a smart man. Second, if you offer someone exclusivity, which most manufacturers try to avoid, it can work in your favor. Since you're offering one company 100% of the distribution, it is possible to negotiate better profit margins, offering less of a discount off of retail price, better marketing support in store, faster payment, and other preferential treatment. Make it worth their while to give you a little bit more profit than for being the only one. Make them pay for their exclusive distribution, even though it's benefiting you. Make them think it benefits them. It's critical you decide how you will sell and distribute your product before you commit to a product in the first place. The more middlemen are involved, the higher your margin must be to maintain profitability for all the links in the chain. Ed Bird realized this and exemplifies how doing the opposite of most can do. Ed Bird realized this and exemplifies how doing the opposite of what most do can reduce risk and increase profit. Choosing distribution before product is just one example. Kind of like we talked about reverse wholesaling. Finding the buyer, then finding the house, right? You find the market, and then you make the product. and the distribution's part of the marketing, right? How are you going to sell it? Where are you going to sell it? Who's going to sell it for you? So for my cables, I'm going to do Amazon and Lazada. Lazada is the Thai version of Amazon. So just those two websites are going to be the exclusive distributors for my cables. Are there other people selling cables on there? Sure. I'm okay with that. And remember, this product, the cables aren't my make or break, whatever. I'm in a very fortunate position. I don't need the money from the cables to pay my bills. So whatever sells, sells. And once again, it's drop shipping. Not like Sarah. I don't have 1,000 cables in my garage. So if the orders peter off, okay, I'll come up with another product. Yes, it's a pain in the ass, but it doesn't really cost me anything but a website. So I'm fine with that. Opposite risk and increased profit. Choosing distribution is just one example. Ed drives a Lamborghini down the California coast when not traveling or in the office with his small focused staff and his 2 Australian Shepherds. This outcome is not accidental. His product creation methods and those of the new rich in general can be emulated. Here's how you do it in the fewest number of steps. And with that cliffhanger, we're in 11 minutes, and I will respond. I'll continue tomorrow. Just more examples. So once again, if you haven't picked the product yet, I would suggest doing market research, find a drop shipper, see what the popular things are that are selling out there, come up with a product, get on Fiverr.com and start looking for an assistant, a web designer, developer / hoster. Figure out where your website's going to be. That's your order portal, right? Find out what company is going to deal with your payments, who's going to handle when people make credit card payments. I would look at something that accepts crypto. It's obviously Bitcoin is here to stay. It's a huge thing. People love it. More and more athletes are accepting crypto as part of their salary. And, Elon Musk very famously came out and said they'll accept Bitcoin to buy a Tesla, and so that's the future. So think about the future now. So make sure, in addition to credit card payments and the standard online PayPal, whatever, you also find a way to accept crypto. Other people are doing it, so you're not inventing the wheel. You're not going to be the first website to accept crypto. I imagine you have to get like a wallet, like a Coinbase wallet, and somehow hook that into the back end. But once again, you don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. The guy from Fiverr that you hire has to worry about that and make it work. So it's all good. And I'll be back on it tomorrow. I'll do the 4-hour work week again tomorrow. I will talk to you guys later.